What's a dividend and do dividends impact stock prices? Okay, so a dividend, for those that don't know what a dividend is a company's way of sharing its profit with its shareholders. Okay, so when a company issues a dividend, the company is taking part of their profit and they are giving it to their shareholders. The more shares you own, the more of a dividend that you will receive, because the dividends are paid out based on how many shares you own. Okay, so a dividend will be a percentage yield, and that is what you will get back on your money as a shareholder. So what I do in my dividend portfolio is I actually have any stock that I own that pays a dividend, I set it to auto reinvest. So basically, you're going to take whatever the dividend is that you receive, and you're just going to automatically reinvest it back into the company and buy more shares. So let's say if you got $1,000 in a company, right? And they're going to pay you, let's say, a $50 dividend. Okay. Instead of taking the $50, reinvest the $50. So now you own $1,050 of that company stock. So that now when you get your dividend's no longer going to be $50, because it would have been, the $50 would have been based on $1,000 investment. The $50, now your dividend is going to be based on a $1,050 investment. And just continue to reinvest. It's called compounding dividend. And that's how famous investors like Mr. Warren Buffett have been able to amass tremendous fortunes. And Warren Buffett makes millions upon millions of dollars. I don't know what the exact number is. Somebody can probably look it up, but it's probably in the tens of millions of dollars, if not maybe even more. I don't even know what it is. Maybe even I honestly don't even know off the top of my head the dividend payments that man receives every year. But the goal is to continue to build that up until the point you get up to like retirement age. And then you can, instead of reinvesting the dividend at that point, you can begin taking the dividend. And it's a way for you over time to increase the size of your position, the size of your investment into a company for free, because you're taking the company's profit and you're buying more shares with it. It's not your money, technically, right? And that's how over time you can build that position up to get bigger and bigger and bigger dividends and continue to reinvest it so you can get bigger and bigger dividends over time. So that's one long-term investment strategy that is fantastic, and you guys would learn some of that as a member of True Trading Group as well. My best dividend performing stocks right now are AbbVie, ABBV, which is one of the healthcare stocks that I told all of our TG members that was one of my top picks this year in the healthcare sector. ABBV, you can see this thing's been an absolute monster over the last several months and pays a solid dividend, but also all my oil stocks. All my oil stocks are my favorite dividend payers right now. Chevron, about 4.5. Exxon's about 4.5. Devon Energy pays a variable dividend that this year will probably be between 9 and 10%. Pioneer, PXD, also variable dividend, probably going to end up being about 9 or 10%. Just amazing, amazing returns. ConocoPhillips, a little bit of a smaller dividend, but you just see what these stocks are doing. The dividend payments on top of the share percentage increase, absolute home runs, guys, absolute home runs. And if you guys have been following my live streams for a while, that, on January 2nd, I actually published a report. I published a report for my top stock picks for 2022. And all of these oil stocks were on it. All the ones I just showed you: Chevron, Exxon, Devon, Pioneer, ConocoPhillips, all these stocks sitting up at either 52 or all-time 52-week or all-time highs, and they all pay solid dividends. So just, folks, if you're shareholders of these companies, me personally, what I'm doing with the dividends, I'm just reinvesting the dividends right back into the stock.